Hello everybody, this is Tech Dump and I'm here to bring you another video. Today we're going to be doing something that's pretty fun, and that is just installing FreeBSD in Oracle VirtualBox. Now you might be asking yourself, why am I doing this? Why would anyone want to do this? Well, me personally, I ran into a few more Unix machines at work, and I just thought it'd be good to have something to test on, try some stuff out with, poke around and see what I can do. That being said, the only reason that I put it on this and not my living room server is this laptop travels with me from home to work, and for the next few weeks I will be doing a lot more at work. So that being said, we didn't start off strong right out of the gates. Something is the issue here. Now, later down, you're going to find out that really the only issue here is me. But let's get there. Let's have some fun figuring that out. Now, this video is going to be a lot more just if you want to watch and see what you need to do to install FreeBSD. I wouldn't say by any means this is the end-all be-all guide, mostly because I'm not a super expert at installing FreeBSD, but that being said, I can install pretty much anything you need me to. Let's get it done. Let's throw it on there. We can definitely do that. So if you're trying to do this at home, definitely follow along and maybe avoid some of the pitfalls that I had at the beginning. Another topic that I wanted to bring up, just why we watch and learn from this, was what do you guys all do for your progression? I feel like I've hit a point of almost stagnation at my job. Not stagnation, there's always more to learn, more to get better at, but I just don't know if systems administrating is the career I see myself being in long term. Now, I have a lot of time to decide that. I need to rush into anything. I've just been thinking it for a little bit, and if I'm thinking it now, I'll probably be thinking it forever. And what were some of your all's movements through your careers? What were some of the decisions you've made? Some of the things you wish you've done? Maybe you're starting out your career and you're wondering why I'm not super into systems administration anymore. And number one, I would just say an issue that I have with it is I don't feel like it's a very specialized field. Sure, I know how to do a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of little things that people are like, oh wow, but I mean, if you really think about it, it's not all that crazy, all that it's bent up to be. And it seems like a lot of the times administrators sort of start to get more and more bitter towards people and things the more it goes on. And I don't know. I've always really enjoyed doing some of the CTF stuff, some of the cybersecurity stuff. Even at work, I do a lot of the working with our cybersecurity team at pretty much all my jobs that I've had. That being said, I know at a certain point it's just a lot of them start to dislike their job because it's writing reports and attending meetings, or at least that's what they tell me. And I don't know, in some ways that does sound a lot better, but how do you migrate into that after being in something for so long? I feel like it'd be hard to go back and switch and try to find something new and start from a beginning. And I know you're not starting from a beginning. You already have a basis and built up, and I don't know. Some of the other routes that I was thinking is maybe getting a DevOps geared cert, which I don't really know what that means, but maybe like a CKA or something, Kubernetes something, just to spice things up, because I've always been interested in that. Maybe combine the two, do a Kubernetes security cert, or do one of the Kubernetes ones and then do a Kubernetes security one, just to double back on it and have it to kind of back up the experience. Alright, so if you didn't see though, what I ended up doing there was just specifying what I was using. I don't know why that freaks it out so much, but in this case you have to actually specify that you're using FreeBSD 64-bit, and then it will launch you right into the installer. But at this point we're already halfway through the video and we're just getting started, and that should show you how smooth it is to throw FreeBSD on something. And BSD has always had a history of being on a lot of stuff, being lightweight and really good for networking. I never understood why it didn't take off more into the user market of people using it as a desktop. I know you can throw GNOME on it. I've done it in the past. It feels like a long time ago, but one of the things that really bites it is just not having any of the Wi-Fi drivers. I feel like people could get by a lot of the little play parts of what they don't like, what they do like. They could look past a ton of that if it wasn't for the no Wi-Fi right out of the box. And I have a few of the Realtek external drive, Wi-Fi cards, and they work, and it works pretty good. But it's just an extra step, and I feel like that really hinders a lot of people. And I know they do have a list of laptops that work out of the box with everything, and there's even new ones on there. I just can assume that that is one of the things that held most people back from wanting to go towards it, because I think a lot of people in this environment have a want to do kind of the niche, do the cool thing, and this is definitely niche. It's cool, it's secure, it's safe, and that being, even if it is just that no one's targeting it because it's not really out there. But I'll harp on it again. It's just those Wi-Fi drivers not being there that really holds it back from being a user environment. And granted, I don't know if people really actually do that. I'm sure there's a few in there. There's always a few that do something. But just from my small look at it, I could do personally, I could switch to all FreeBSD for ever probably on my workstations and not really notice it. Even as far as the video editing software, I believe KDN Live and Screen Record and the screen recorder service that I use are both on there, so I shouldn't really have any trouble with that. And maybe that would be something I would look into, especially if all of you guys would like to see it. Maybe a 30 days on FreeBSD, see how you like it, challenge or whatever. I don't know. I would just have to either switch out my current Wi-Fi card or just get a new laptop. Maybe there's one on the list that's cheap. Maybe there's one on the list that's really cool and someone knows it right out of the box, and they stumble upon this video in some way and want to send one out for 30 days. I'll send it back in good condition, don't worry. I think that might be something that would be fun to do, and just poke around, see what we can get done, see if there's any things that are weird about it or are not weird. I feel like a lot of the time switching around just your desktop environment, that be from like GNOME to KDE to this to that. I mean, for the most part, I don't know if I would notice it after a while, you know? You get that initial setup phase that lasts between a week to 2 weeks, but then after that, I don't know. I think I would just be into the swing of things so much so that I could completely turn my back on it as long as I could get all the things that I need to be running. You know, I'm talking myself into it. The more that we're having this discussion, the more that I'm willing to do it. I do need some feedback for the certs. It would be really interesting to see what you guys think about having like, oh, it's, you know, I was this and switched into this, or oh, I did this and switched into that. It would be really cool to hear from you guys on that, just to see your thoughts and your opinions. Yeah, I'm not unhappy with my position. I make a good living and like what I do, and I like my job for the most part. I feel unfulfilled by the actual work, and maybe that is just where I'm currently at. Maybe that's a lot of factors, but who knows? And not to leave it on a sad note, but if you have liked this video, please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you need to do there, but just join me for a next one. That's the biggest thing. I'm out.